Stacy? Are they working? Yeah,
We got another minute or two before
yeah.
go time. Let's see what Verizon has to say about it.
The what?
So we'll see what Verizon has to say. Yeah, we got at least a minute. Then we have to decide if we want to go on Temple time or real time.
Yeah, right.
Right?
So did you have to work this week, or you had?
I've gone in a couple of times, yeah, but we don't have any classes this week, but I always have stuff to do, so.
A list of,
Those are-
Yahtzee
Do
list?
we have the list? Okay, I'll take them back because we have nothing for tomorrow. Tomorrow morning.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, I think
is he
I'm-
all set? Is he actually doing his thing?
I think so.
No, sometimes he doesn't start on time, so
Oh.
we might not want to start until he's.
All right, I'll ask him.
I remember my streaming days. Usually I would usually be like right on time. I'd be like, why isn't it on yet? Yeah, usually waits until 25 minutes.
There were some people there who wanted to participate, but maybe I don't know, mail, I wasn't sure. I looked for Paul Marsh's Devatara. He's great. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, and welcome to, I don't know what the number of brothers Shabbat services we've had, but they're, I don't know, 25 maybe? I don't know, many. Quite a few. So, Shabbat Shalom, and we're going to begin on page 10 with Hine Ma Tovu.
Hine ma tovu manayim, shevet ahim gam yahad. Hine ma tovu manayim, shevet ahim gam yahad. Hine ma tovu manayim, shevet ahim gam yahad. Shevet ahim gam yahad. Hine ma tovu manayim. Shevet ahim gam yahad. Hine ma tovu manayim. Shevet ahim gam yahad.
Turn now to page 9, and Steve Brody is going to lead us in prayer.
There are days when we seek things for ourselves and measure failure by what we do not gain. On Shabbat, we seek not to acquire, but to share. There are days when we exploit nature as if it were a horn of plenty that can never be exhausted. On Shabbat, we stand in wonder before the mystery of creation. There are days when we act as if we cared nothing for the rights of others. On Shabbat, remember that justice is our duty and a better world our goal. So we embrace Shabbat, day of rest, day of wonder, day of peace.
Turn now to page 2 and 3, and Mike and Marcia Perner are going to lead us in lighting the prayers over lighting the candles.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'hadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of Shabbat.
Turn now to page 20 as we bring in the Shabbat bride with Lakadodi on page 20, verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. And if you're able, we rise on our side.
Lechadodi likras kala penei Shabbos nekabela. 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 Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad Ishmi'anu El HaMeyuchad, Adonai Echad U'Shemo Echad, L'Shemo Siferes V'Lisila. Lecha Dodi, Lecha Dodi Likras Kala, Pinei Shabbos Nikabila, Lecha Dodi Likras Kala, Pinei Shabbos Nikabila, Likras Shabbos Lechu V'Nelcha, Ki Mikor HaBracha, Merosh Mikedem Nisucha, Sof Maaseh B'Machshva Techila. Lecha Dodi, Lecha Dodi Likras Kala, Pinei Shabbos Nikabila, Lecha Dodi Likras Kala, Pinei Shabbos Nikabila. Hisoreri, Kiva Orech, Kumi Uri, Shir Daberi, Kivod Adonai Alayach Nigla. Lecha Dodi, Lecha Dodi Likras Kala, Pinei Shabbos Nikabila, Lecha Dodi Likras Kala, Pinei Shabbos Nikabila. Bo'i v'shalom ateres ba'ala, Gam v'simcha u'v'sola, Toch emunei am segula,
Bo'i kala, bo'i
Kala. Lecha Dodi, Lecha Dodi Likras Kala, Pinei Shabbos Nikabila, Lecha Dodi Likras Kala, Pinei Shabbos Nikabila.
We turn now to page 28 for the Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamevorach. Baruch atah Hamevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai Hamevorach le'olam va'ed. Turn now to page 31, and Dean Weller is going to lead us with the prayer on page 31.
Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night as heaven spans to infinity. You set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, Hamari Arad.
Thank you. Steve Brody is going to lead us in prayer on page 32.
Everlasting Lord, you love your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvah, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them. For they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel.
Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kivod Malkuto Leolam Voed.
V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol miodecha
V'hayu
hadabarim
ha'eleh
asher
Eronoki mitzavecha hayom alevavecha Vishinantan levanecha vidibartam Shiftecha beitecha uvlektecha baderech Ushaftecha uvikumecha Ushatam li al yadecha Vehayu l'tatafot beinenecha Uktavtam amazuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman tiskeru
vasitem et kol mitzvotai vitem kiddoshim
Elohechem Ani Adonai Elohechem Asher Otzeti Echem Me'eretz Mitzrayim Leot Lachem
Elohim
Ani Adonai Elohechem.
Emet.
Amen.
In a world torn by violence and pain, a world from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth. The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love. From bondage in Egypt we were delivered at Sinai. We bound ourselves to your way, inspired by prophets and instructed
by sages, time and again.
We overcame oppressive forces. Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed.
Let us continue to work for the day.
And the nations will be one.
Mi kamoka boe limadonai mi kamoka nedor bakodesh nora tehilo o say felon nora tehilo o say felon malkutecha Rauvanecha Bokei Ayom Lifnei Moshe Miriam Leilianu V'Ameru Adonai Imlo Adonai Imlo Leolam V'Nemar Adonai et Yaakov, Ugoloni Arazak Mimenu, Baruch Adonai, Goal Yisrael. Turn out to page 42 for the song we ask God to shelter us in the evening. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'Shalom V'had Midenu Malkeinu L'Chaim Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'Shalom V'had midenu shomrei nu l'chaim u'shmor seitenu uva'enu l'chaim u'shalom me'ata v'ad olam. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'had midenu shomrei nu l'chaim. Turn to page 44, and Mike Turner is going to read the Bishamra in English.
The people of Israel shall keep Shabbat, observing Shabbat throughout the ages as a covenant for all time. It is a sign for all time between me and the people of Israel. For in 6 days Adonai made heaven and earth, and on the seventh day God ceased from work and was refreshed.
Thank you. Want to open the seated. Turn now to page 55, and Dan Weller is going to lead us in a prayer on page 55.
Which one?
55.
Which one? May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise.
Baruch atah Adonai,
Mekadesh
Mekadesh Shabbat. Thank you. Do reading on page 59.
God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth, which day by day sustains us. For all these and more, we offer thanks.
Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha, u'lakad na'eh ahodot. To now to page 60. I think I'm going to try the Birnbaum Shalom Rod. We know that, don't we, Rabbi? I think so. Okay. Okay. Let's go. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amka Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amka Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech adon lekol hashalom v'tov beinecha levarek et amka Yisrael v'kol eis v'kol shabi shlomecha. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amka Tasim Leolam. Turn now to page 253 as we think of our members of our congregation and our friends who are in need of a refuah shlema. And on our temple list, we have Colin Monroe, Madi Bodlin Walter, Guy Ben Rita, David Ben Marcel, Professor Enrico Mascara, Annette Zerishian, Benjamin Horowitz, Bradley Dichter, Matteo Goldman, Essia Rusha Vizcaya, Eileen Arone, Gene Sands, Tom Farino, Jerry Spingard, Beth Gottlieb, Joseph Sands, Ethel Sharono, Ria Rebecca, Ida Kublin, Peter Lawrence, Sarabat David, Yosifia, Rosalind Slivka, Uniton, son of Anna, Peggy Monroe, Leah Toba, daughter of Zipporah, Patience, daughter of Julia, Phil Shapiro, Shana Manheimer, Sandra Grassvale, Richie Berg, Dorothy Lewis, Linda Wilson, Zusha, son of Anika Ohuva, Squirt, Debbie Spingarden's dog, Ray Burton, and Haley Rishoy. Does anyone else have anyone they'd like to remember? Please speak out or say it in your heart. Yes. Okay, we turn to 253. Misheberak avotenu mikor habra May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberagi motenu mikor habraka lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Turn now to page 259, and I'm asked Fred Davis to lead us in the prayer for the state of Israel.
O Heavenly One, Protector and Redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath the wings of your love. Spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them with your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy for all who dwell there. Amen.
Amen. Why don't we take a few moments of silent prayer? Turn back to page 62. Yehu leratzon imrefi vegion libi lefaneka Adonai suri Adonai suri goali. May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable to you, Adonai, my rock and my redeemer. Let's say, Amen. Well, this evening we're going to read Torah and have a Devar Torah. So, Rabbi, you'll keep an eye on us, make sure we do everything right. Because if I'm in the wrong place at the wrong time or whatever, God will take care. Okay, and I'm going to ask Jared Levin to please come up, and he's going to hold the Torah and undress the Torah. And Mark, we got him really working hard tonight. He's going to read Torah. So we turn now to page 244.
Elim Adonai. Malchutecha.
Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai lo leolam va'ed, Adonai lo retain, Adonai Tivnei chamot Yerushalayim, Tivnei chamot Yerushalayim, Ki v'chal levad batagnu, Melech el Rabbinitza, Adonai. Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah. Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah. Li'amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo, Gadu Adonai Iti, Ramema Shemo Yakdo, Hashemayim v'aret, Lo Hashemayim v'aret, Lecho Adonai, Hashemayim Okay, let's hope. Hoping it's set up close to where. Keep your fingers crossed. Do you have a yud?
I do not.
Yeah,
Do you have a yud?
The yud?
Yeah, but why don't you, Mark, you're gonna show them the spot?
Yeah, you gotta tell me where it is, yeah.
Then usually you put your,
I got it.
put your towels.
I just need the yud.
The yard.
I'm not gonna touch it. No, I'll touch it this way, I guess.
Here you go.
Uh-huh.
Aha.
Uh-huh.
There you go. This does the. This actually does it. Does the work. By the way, so just so you know, we're in Tetaveh. This is we're sort of in between 10 Commandments and Golden Calf. What we're doing now is we're building the tabernacle, which for a lot of people they believe that the Jews are the chosen people because we were chosen to build the tabernacle, to build a dwelling place for us with God. God gave us the 10 Commandments, and we give God back the tabernacle. Big part of that is how the priests are going to be dressed in all the very specific detail that we go through. And that happens to be this parsha, so we won't be studying that in detail, but we'll kick it off here with the first couple of verses, God giving commands on how the priest should be attired.
Baruch hu et Adonai hamvarach.
Baruch Adonai hambarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen. V'ata titzaveh et b'nei Yisrael v'cho elecha shemen zait zak kati lemaor lecha olot ner tamid bohel moed mechutz lefarochet asher al ha'adud yarok oto aharon uvanav me'erev ad boker lifnei Adonai hukat olam ledorotam me'ei b'nei Yisrael. And to translate for you, briefly, you shall further instruct the Israelites to bring you clear oil of olives for lighting, for kindling lamps regularly. Aaron and his son shall set them up in the tent of meeting, outside the curtain which is over the ark of the pact, to burn from evening to morning before Adonai. It shall be a dew from the Israelites for all time, throughout the ages. That's the Ner Tamid, as we have here.
Yes, thank you. You're welcome.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam natah b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen.
Whoops. And now we are honored to have Paul Marsh to do his annual Shabbat Torah. So. Thank you.
Think back to when you were in school. Wouldn't it have been nice to have been given the answers to the tests before you took them? Think about how much time you would save by only studying the material you needed to know to pass the test. But also think how dire the consequences might be if, despite knowing all the answers, you still failed. I was thinking about this as I sat down to prepare this Devar Torah for Parshat Tetzaveh. Most of you are probably familiar with the story that we will read 6 parshiot from now in Parshat Shmini. The first 2 verses of Leviticus chapter 10 read, "And Nadav and Avihu, the sons of Aaron, took each of them his censer, and put fire therein, and laid incense thereon, and offered strange fire before God, which had not been commanded. And there came forth fire before God, which devoured them." What you may not be familiar with, however, and I certainly wasn't, is that in this week's Parsha, after the first 8 verses of Exodus chapter 30, which detail how to prepare the incense, the 9th verse cautions, "You shall offer no strange incense thereon, nor burnt offering, nor meal offering, and you shall pour no drink offering thereon." Now I think I understand why their punishment was so severe. God not only told them how to properly offer the incense in minute detail, God also made it clear that they were not to offer strange incense. Although it appears this was the first time they had offered incense, I believe the punishment would have been the same even if they had already properly offered the incense many times. Given the level of detail God provided, along with the warning against deviation, it is clear this needed to be done correctly every time. It also reminded me of something I tried to teach my children when they were younger. One of the best reasons for trying hard not to screw up is that you don't get to choose what consequences you will face. Here at Temple Beth David, I see a similarity with this story as it relates to security. Ever since the terrible murders at the Tree of Life Synagogue in Pittsburgh, all temples have been discussing security, asking both how much security and how much money. Since October 7th, these conversations have escalated to a level I don't think any of us could have imagined. As a member of the Temple's Board of Directors, I have had the privilege of taking part in many of these conversations, and I have learned a lot. First, I learned that the ultimate tragedy is not the only potential consequence we face. Many staff members reported feeling uneasy, concerned not only for their safety, but for the safety of the children under their charge. Not addressing these concerns might lead many to leave, which is a lot more significant than you might think at first when you consider both the outstanding reputation that Shalom Corner, Shorashim, and Double Chai all have, along with the difficulty of finding qualified workers at this particular moment in time. Second, I was very happy to learn that many members of the board had experience and contacts that allowed us to formulate a plan to at least get us through the remainder of this fiscal year. Happily, the board and the Temple Beth David community have aced the first test. A qualified firm has been providing security both at services and while school is in session, and the feedback I have received, at least, has been overwhelmingly positive. And our executive director, Jesse Cerati, reported that our one-month security funding campaign raised more money than many other temples who did the same. But now is not the time to get complacent. We have to understand that enhanced security is the new normal. We have the answers to the test, but both the board and the TBD community will have to pass the test over and over again. Since we can't control what the consequences will be if we don't pass, we simply cannot afford to fail. Shabbat Shalom.
Okay, that's Dean Weller. Yeah. Okay, come up and he's going to lead us in Hagba. Zod HaTorah Asher Sam Moshe Lifnei Bnei Yisrael Al Pi Adonai Yad Moshe. Ushbaritu Ve'oraita Agut Yisrael.
Okay.
Ve'oraita Agut Torah Ora Torah Ora Alleluia. Torah Ora Torah Ora Alleluia.
Under here? Right here.
Yep, here it is.
Does it stay under here?
Yeah. Okay.
You got it? It's right there.
Oh, there it is. Dave, why don't you come up too?
I don't think it's gonna hang.
Oh, I see what happened. Yeah, the chamber. Okay, we turn now to page 256.
Oh, that's me.
I'll tell you when to read. Okay? You're on two. The bottom, right.
For I have given you good instruction, do not abandon my Torah. It is a tree of life for those who hold fast to it, and all its supporters are happy. Its ways are ways of pleasantness, and all its paths are peace. Return us to you, Adonai, and we will renew our days as of old.
Okay, please be seated. I'm going to ask Mike Perna, the co-president of the Brotherhood, to say a few remarks.
Thank you, Will. I just wanted to make a few announcements. Next Thursday, February 29th, there'll be a meeting at Castle Island Brewery in Norwood at 7 p.m. Evidently, there's a certain club that goes to breweries. Unfortunately, I'm not familiar with it because I'd be there. But I don't know exactly where Castle Island Brewery is, but if there's anybody here who attends, I'm sure you'll know how to get there. The Scholar in Residence will be next weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The Brotherhood is providing a breakfast on Sunday, March 3rd at 9:30 a.m. On March 16th, the Sisterhood and Brotherhood will be having another trivia night. It'll be at 6 p.m. Linda, did you want to make any announcements?
It's really for the whole temple. It's not just Sisterhood and Brotherhood. It's a temple-wide effort, and it's supposed to raise money for the temple. And we hope everybody comes. We have babysitting for younger families, and we're trying to do a lot to promote it.
And do we need prizes or gifts?
Yeah, if you have any ideas for raffle items, I'll take them. Just email me. We're putting together a nice raffle. Should be a lot of fun.
It was last year. Okay. And the Brotherhood is going to have a next breakfast on April 21st, and we're going to have Temple member Mark Reese talk about the conundrum of the Patriots, and I'm sure that'll be very interesting as last week when we had Josh Brogadio speak. Marsh, did you want to say something about the inclusion?
Yeah, I just wanted to mention that people have probably seen the signs on March 10th. The Inclusion Committee, Bonnie and I are co-chairs, is having our first, hopefully annual, Inclusion Resource Fair. The focus is on resources for families with young children and mental health. And we have quite a few agencies that are coming and bringing info, and we've had donated to us a family portrait by Sunshine Photography. She specializes in photography with families with special needs, and she's donating a family portrait, so we're going to raffle that off. So, right there. And,
March 10th.
March 10th, 10 o'clock.
Okay, good. I'm going to ask Paul Marsh if he will lead us in the Olenu, and please rise. It's on page 282.
Aleinu l'shabech l'adon hakol, l'aseh zilal yotzer
Breshi, Shelo Asani,
v'gayeh haratzot, v'lo samanu k'mishpachos adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam. Anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim lifnei melech malchei hamalchim hakadosh baruch hu v'ne'emar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom Vayom hahu yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad.
Turn now to page 291 in preparation for the cottage prayer. And Steve will lead us in the prayer at the bottom of 291.
There are stars up above. As far away, we only see their light. Long, long after the star itself is gone. And so it is with people that we loved. Their memories keep shining ever brightly, though their time with us is done. But the stars that light up the darkest night, these are the lights that guide us. As we live our days, these are the ways we remember.
We remember here at Temple Beth David during the Shilashim period, we remember Florence Preissler. And we also remember the art sites of the following: Teresa Ursetta, Larry Bornstein, Betty Epstein, Philip Fishman, Amy Feit, Tobiah Frankel, Rachel Bott, Malia Glazer, Marilyn Gourdet, Ruth Bunny Gottlieb, Deb Hager, Martha Halberstadt, Ruth Colby, Leo Kahn, Gary Levitt, Ruth Meshico, Ben Raskin, Mary S. Ross, Dorothy Slobotkin, Al Slobotkin, Jesse Spark, Minnie Stein, Barnett Weiner, and Henry G. Wellens. Anyone else has any names they want to mention at this time? Please just speak out or say them in your heart. Turn to 294, the Kaddish prayer. Yitgadal, Yishkadash, Shemei Rabbah. Yamad Divra Kirute, Vyamlik Malkute, B'kaye Kon, Yome Kon, Kaye to Kol Beis Yisrael, Bagalav Zman Kori, V'yamru Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah, Barak, V'yalam, Amei, Umaya, Yitbarak, V'yishtabak, V'yishbar, V'yishmamam, V'yisnaseh, V'yisadar, V'yitalev, V'yitalal, Shemei D'Kudashah, B'rikhu, Ve'elam min kol birkata v'shirata, tushbekata v'nekmata, Damiran v'yamav v'imru. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, Chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Useh shalom b'imramal, hu yaseh shalom. And our closing hymn will be the last line of the prayer. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we say amen. Amen. Oseh shalom b'imramav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, imru. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, Shalom aleinu, Ve'al kol Yisrael, Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, Shalom aleinu, Ve'al kol Yisrael. Okay, now we'll do the Kiddush and the Moses. Take a microphone. Oh, take a microphone? I need a microphone? Maybe I do. Okay. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam borei pari hakavod. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam asher kiddeshanu mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kadsha v'ava u'ratzon in kilanu zikaron lemaseh bereishit ki hu yom tehillah lemikroei kodesh Zeikel Etziad Mitzrayim Kivanu Lakarta Yotanu Kidashta Mikol Hamim V'Shabbat Kadshika B'Ava U'Ratzon in Kaltanu Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat Amen. L'chaim. Okay, we don't have any young kids here tonight, do we? Shabbat Shalom. Oh, you were terrific, Mark. I couldn't have done. You're better, getting better every year.
Just glad to be able to do it.
Oh, it was wonderful. Thank you. Well, you know. Yeah, please.
This must be the ones that these must be obvious.
I have another one. I'm like,
We have multiple missionaries because of Zavi. There are kids, maybe Rabbi King